boys and girls, I'm back, and back with some really good, exciting news. Before we had to go into quarantine, we had planned to have a book fair, as you know. Well, obviously that didn't happen. But guess what? We are still having a book fair. We're having a virtual book fair, which means you can go online to the Scholastic website as of April 20th, which is next Monday, and we are having a book fair that you can participate in. Please tell your parents to keep their eye out for an email and also posting in the AKN about the book fair and the link that they can click on to do a little preview. So as soon as you receive that email, you can click on it and you will see the piece of paper that I usually share with you, which is this. And this is going to give you some ideas as to some of the books that will be available to you. You know from the past, you've been to many book fairs now, you know that this is just some of the books that they highlight. But they have many, many, many wonderful books to choose from. And you can order them online, and guess what? They'll come right to your door. So I'm pretty sure by now you guys have read your library books several times, which, by the way, I hope you've been keeping your library books in a safe spot, because we do have to return those when school starts up again. So this is a great way for you to get a hold of some good reading and also help our school, and mainly the library. So when you go online to the website with your mom and dad, you can see some of these great new books. Tell mom and dad when they click on the book, they should also be able to see something that will help you and them. They will have a leveled information on the books that will tell them if it's appropriate for you or not, and a little blurb about what the book is about. Okay, so I'm going to show you several of the highlighted books because I know you might be very excited to see them. The I Survived series, which many of you have read, are doing graphic novels. So this one is a graphic novel about the Titanic. So if the Titanic is something that really interests you, this might be a really good choice. But be sure you investigate and make sure that it is a good reading level for you. The hard part about doing a virtual book fair is I realize you cannot open a book and do the 5-finger rule like we usually do. But there should be plenty of information on the website that will tell you if it's a good level for you to read. Dog Man, of course. I know a lot of you have read this, but if you collect that series and you like it, these would be available to you. Some of these other wonderful books. Lots of Pete the Cat. And all kinds of interesting true and non-true books. One that I'm very excited about, and guess what? I'm going to share with you in a minute, is called The Good Egg. Most of you remember The Bad Seed, which is one of the books that we read this year for California Young Reader. They will have The Good Seed available in paperback at the book fair. And by the way, just so you know, do some good investigating when you do get online to make your wish lists, because they will have books with all different price ranges. Okay, so you can look under their sale books for some clearance. You might find some really good ones in there. Okay, so make sure you're looking for those. Now, the book fair is going to start this coming Monday, April 20th. And then it will run until May 3rd. So make sure that you are getting online and investigating. Make sure you're looking for some really good books. Again, as I said, they're shipping the books directly to your house, so you don't have to worry about going and picking them up anywhere. They will be available for you right at your doorstep, okay? So be on the lookout for that particular flyer that's going to be on the AKN or also in an email to your parents with a link to get on there that will explain all the information that mom and dad need to know. Okay? So, the good egg. Again, if you remember, we did the bad seed. This is by the same author, Jory John. And this is available at the book fair in paperback. Oh, hello. I was just rescuing this cat. Know why? Because I'm a good egg. A very good egg. It's true. I do all kinds of good things, like I'll carry your groceries. I'll water your plants. I'll change your tires. I'll paint your house. If you need any help whatsoever, I'm your egg. I've always been a good egg. It's been this way from the start, even in my earliest days, back at the store. There were a dozen of us living together under one recycled roof. There was Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank. The other 11 eggs weren't on their best behavior. They weren't exactly good. They ignored their bedtime. They ate only sugary cereal. They threw tantrums. They cried for no reason. They broke their stuff on purpose. Meanwhile, I tried to take charge. I tried to fix their bad behavior. I tried to keep the peace because I was a good egg. A very good egg. Nobody seemed to care, though. Every night, I was exhausted. My head felt scrambled. And then, one fateful morning, I noticed some cracks in my shell. Yikes! They were everywhere. My doctor said it was from all the pressure I was putting on myself. The pressure of making sure that everybody was as good as me. I was cracking up, literally. Something had to change. I had enough. I told Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank that I was leaving. I can't be the only good egg in a bad carton, I said. Blah, 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 they replied. I left that night. I wandered from town to town. The hours became days. The days became weeks. I lost track of time. I was alone. Out there on the road under the stars, I really tried to focus on myself and what I needed. I took walks. I read books. I floated in the river. I wrote in my journal. I found simple moments to be quiet. I breathed in. I breathed out. I even started painting. For once, I found time for me. And guess what? Little by little, the cracks in my shell started to heal. My head no longer felt scrambled. I started to feel like myself again. So I've made a big decision. I'm returning to my old carton and my friends. Besides, I'm kind of lonely out here. This time, I know what I need to do. I'll try not to worry so much. I'll be good to my fellow eggs while also being good to myself. Here we go. Everybody missed me. I missed them too. Hello, Meg. Howdy, Peg. Hey, Greg. Greetings, Clegg. What's up, Shell? Aloha, Shelly. Heyo, Sheldon. Hi, Shelby. Good day, Egbert. What's happening, Frank? Howdy do, other Frank. Sure, every once in a while, somebody's still a little bit bad, but it's not like before. Here's what I realized. The other eggs aren't perfect, and I don't have to be either. I'm okay with that. Yep, the old carton is back together. We're a solid dozen again. It's good to be home. And that is The Good Egg. One of the many, many, many books that you will have an option to purchase and have delivered right to your home. So don't forget about this exciting news. Make sure you tell your mom and dad to keep their eye out for their book fair email. I hope you find all kinds of wonderful things to read. I hope that's what you've been doing all along. I'll be back in another day or two with another good book to share with you. Till then, miss you, love ya, see you soon.